Beloved one, I speak to you now from the light that surrounds your life, even when you cannot see it. I am sent to bring you clarity about the matter that has been stirring your heart. The person you love has confided in someone about you. This truth has reached your spirit before it reached your ears. You felt the shift. You sensed the distance. You wondered what was said and why it was said. Listen calmly. Do not let fear write a story that heaven has not written. They spoke about you because you matter to them. No one seeks counsel about what is meaningless. No one wrestles in conversation over what has no weight in their heart. You are weighty in their thoughts. You are present in their private reflections. You are not forgotten. What they shared was not a betrayal in the way your anxiety has imagined. It was a confession of confusion. It was an attempt to understand their own heart. They are trying to make sense of their feelings toward you. They are trying to measure the depth of what they feel. They are trying to decide if they are ready for what you represent. You represent growth. You represent vulnerability. You represent change. And change can feel frightening to a heart that has been guarded for a long time. They spoke because they needed perspective. They spoke because they do not want to mishandle you. They spoke because they know your presence is not casual. Hear this clearly. Their conversation was not rooted in mockery. It was not rooted in humiliation. It was rooted in uncertainty and desire colliding at the same time. They are afraid of losing control. They are afraid of caring too deeply. They are afraid of repeating past wounds. But I say to you, do not let their fear become your insecurity. Their hesitation is about their healing, not your worth. Remember what is written in Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Your future is not threatened by a conversation. Your destiny is not shaken by a moment of doubt. You are being shaped in this waiting. You are being strengthened in this silence. You are learning to anchor your identity in truth instead of in someone's reaction. The person you love spoke about you because they are trying to discern if they are ready to step into something serious. They are measuring their capacity. They are counting the cost of loving you well. You must understand this. You are not easy to love superficially. You require depth. You require honesty. You require presence. And that is a gift, not a flaw. Some of what they said was admiration. Some of what they said was confusion. Some of what they said revealed how much you affect them. You have more influence on their heart than you realize. Your absence is felt. Your words linger. Your energy stays with them long after you leave the room. This is not random. This connection did not appear by accident. But you must not chase reassurance. You must not interrogate shadows. You must remain steady. Psalm 46:10 says, Be still and know that I am God. Stillness is your power right now. Calm is your advantage. Patience is your shield. They are observing you even now. They are noticing how you carry yourself. They are paying attention to your reactions. If you respond with dignity, you increase their respect. If you respond with panic, you confirm their fear. So breathe. Stand upright. Continue becoming who you are meant to be. This is not the time to shrink. This is not the time to perform. This is the time to remain authentic. You do not need to defend yourself against private conversations. Truth defends itself over time. The one they confided in did not receive a distorted image of you. Your character spoke louder than their uncertainty. Your integrity stood firm in the story. You are not being diminished behind closed doors. You are being discussed because you are significant. Let this settle in your heart. They are realizing that loving you will require maturity. They are realizing that you are not entertainment. You are not a distraction. You are not a temporary thrill. You are someone who could alter their path. That realization is heavy for them, but you must not take on their weight. Each soul must process its own calling. In Proverbs 4:23, it says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." Guard your heart now, not with walls, but with wisdom, not with coldness, but with boundaries. Continue showing kindness. Continue walking in light. Continue building your life, whether they step forward or not. Your value does not fluctuate based on someone's readiness. Your worth was established long before they met you. The conversation they had will not sabotage what is meant for you. If anything, it is refining the direction. If they are meant to walk beside you, clarity will draw them closer. If they are not, revelation will release them. Either outcome is protection. Do not fear what was said. What matters is what will be done. Actions will follow alignment, and alignment cannot be forced. Ephesians 3:20 declares, "Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us." There is a greater plan unfolding beyond this moment. You are being positioned, not postponed. You are being prepared, not punished. The person you love is wrestling with their own depth. They are confronting whether they can show up consistently. They are confronting whether they can match your emotional capacity. This is not a rejection. This is a reckoning within them. Stay anchored. Stay clear. Stay open, but not desperate. And as you receive this message, take a moment to support this space by subscribing, liking this video, and sharing your thoughts in the comments, so this light can reach others who need clarity. Return your focus inward now. Ask yourself if you are also ready. Ask yourself if you are prepared to receive what you desire. Ask yourself if you are whole enough to love without losing yourself. This situation is not only revealing them, it is revealing you. Your strength is increasing. Your discernment is sharpening. You no longer accept crumbs disguised as effort. You no longer confuse attention with intention. You are evolving. The fact that they sought counsel means they feel the weight of you. They know this connection could grow into something lasting. They know you are not someone to mishandle. Let them process. Let them decide. Let them come forward on their own. Do not interrupt someone who is thinking deeply about you. Silence is not absence. Silence can be preparation. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles." You are rising above reaction. You are rising above insecurity. What is meant for you will move toward you with clarity. The conversation they had may have exposed their vulnerability. It may have revealed how much they already care. It may have surprised even them. Sometimes people do not realize their own feelings until they say them aloud. You triggered reflection in them. You awakened seriousness in them. This is not small. Continue focusing on your purpose. Continue improving your life. Continue strengthening your faith. Do not let romance become your only narrative. You are multidimensional. You are called to more than one relationship. And yet, love is not being denied to you. It is being aligned correctly. If you feel peace returning as you hear these words, that is confirmation. If you feel calm settling into your chest, that is assurance. Trust that what is unfolding is under divine supervision. Before you leave this moment, Remember to subscribe, like, and comment, so this channel continues to grow and carry encouragement to those navigating similar uncertainty. Now, receive this final clarity. You are not being talked about because you are lacking. You are being talked about because you are impactful. You are not a question mark in their life. You are a possibility they are weighing carefully. Let them weigh. Let them consider. Let them decide with maturity. You remain grounded. You remain radiant. You remain steady. The outcome will reveal who is prepared to meet you at your level. And whether they step forward or step away, you will not be diminished. You will not be broken. You will not be forgotten. You are covered. You are guided. You are deeply known. Walk forward today without fear. Carry yourself with quiet confidence. Trust that every conversation happening beyond your awareness is still within divine awareness. Nothing escapes the light. Nothing overrides the plan written over your life. You are loved beyond what you see. You are chosen beyond what you feel. And what is meant for you will stand without secrecy, without confusion, and without hesitation. Do not let your thoughts run ahead of the facts. Assumptions can wound more deeply than reality ever intended. You must discipline your mind in this hour. Not every whispered conversation is a threat. Not every private word is betrayal. The person you love is processing you. Processing requires space. Processing requires dialogue. And sometimes that dialogue happens with someone they trust. Would you prefer they suppress their confusion? Would you prefer they pretend certainty they do not feel? No. You desire honesty. And honesty often begins in private reflection. What they said revealed that you matter enough to examine carefully. You are not casual to them. You are not temporary in their thoughts. They spoke about your strength. They spoke about how you challenge them. They spoke about how your presence unsettles their comfort in ways that are both inspiring and intimidating. You awaken growth in them. Growth is uncomfortable. Growth requires change. And change forces a person to confront who they have been. You must understand this layer clearly. When someone begins to care deeply, they often seek validation that what they feel is real. They look for confirmation outside themselves, not because their feelings are weak, but because their fear is loud. Fear says, do not risk it. Fear says, stay safe. Fear says, protect your heart at all costs. But love says, step forward. Love says, be seen. Love says, surrender pride. They are standing between fear and love. That is why they spoke. This is not about you lacking something. This is about them deciding if they can become the version of themselves required to love you well. 2 Timothy 1-7 declares, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind." They are learning to move from fear into power, from confusion into clarity, from hesitation into intentional action. You must not interfere with that internal transformation. If you attempt to rush them, you delay maturity. If you demand reassurance, you may invite performance instead of authenticity. Remain steady. Your steadiness is more attractive than pressure. Your confidence speaks louder than questions. The one they confided in did not replace you. The one they confided in does not hold your position. That person simply witnessed their uncertainty. And uncertainty is not betrayal. You must separate facts from imagination. The fact is they spoke. The imagination is that they spoke against you. Ask yourself what evidence you truly have. Most of your anxiety has been constructed by silence, not by proof. Silence is not a verdict. Silence is often preparation. Ecclesiastes 3-7 says there is a time to keep silence and a time to speak. They are in the silence phase. Speech will follow when clarity forms. You are not forgotten during this silence. You are being considered. You must use this season wisely. Instead of obsessing over what was said, focus on who you are becoming. Continue strengthening your habits. Continue refining your goals. Continue aligning your life with purpose. Romantic outcomes should complement your life, not define it. You are too expansive to shrink into one narrative. Consider this carefully. If they come forward with confidence, you will want to meet them from strength, not insecurity. If they step away, you will want to remain whole, not shattered. So build yourself either way. The conversation they had may have included admiration you cannot yet see. They may have said they feel something different with you. They may have admitted that your connection feels serious. They may have expressed that they are afraid of losing you. Fear of losing you reveals attachment. Attachment reveals importance. Do not underestimate the power of your presence in their life, but also do not idolize it. Balance is your protection. Philippians 4-8 instructs, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, think about such things. Guard your thoughts. Replace speculation with truth. Replace anxiety with prayer. Pray for their clarity. Pray for your peace. Pray that whatever unfolds honors both hearts. You are not in competition with anyone. You are not racing against a hidden rival. What is ordained for you does not require rivalry. The person you love is evaluating whether they are ready for commitment. They are weighing responsibility. They are examining their patterns. You have disrupted their usual rhythm. You do not fit into their past patterns easily. You require intentionality, and intentionality demands growth. Growth is slow. Growth is uncomfortable. Growth is necessary. You must decide if you are willing to allow them the time to grow. But remember this clearly. Waiting does not mean tolerating disrespect. Patience does not mean abandoning boundaries. If they return with clarity, receive them with discernment. If they return with excuses, recognize the difference. Matthew 7:16 says, "By their fruits you will recognize them." Observe fruit, not promises. Observe consistency, not emotion. You are not desperate for love. You are prepared for alignment. There is a difference. This moment is testing your trust. Not trust in them alone, but trust in divine timing. You have prayed for clarity in your relationships. Clarity often arrives through exposure. Their conversation is part of that exposure. Anything hidden in their heart is being surfaced. Anything misaligned is being confronted. Nothing about this situation is outside divine awareness. Even what you do not hear is being monitored by heaven. So rest. Release the urge to investigate. Release the urge to control outcomes. Control is an illusion. Alignment is peace. If this message is speaking directly into your situation, pause and acknowledge it. Leave a comment affirming your strength. Subscribe so you continue receiving guidance. And like this video to help this message reach others who are navigating similar uncertainty. Now, return your attention inward again. What if this moment is not about them deciding? What if it is also about you choosing self-respect? You are not waiting to be chosen. You are observing whether they qualify. Shift your perspective. You are not powerless here. You are discerning. You are evaluating. You are listening to your intuition. And your intuition has already sensed that something meaningful is unfolding. That sense is not random. The stirring in your spirit is confirmation that this connection carries weight. But weight does not guarantee permanence. It guarantees impact. Some connections are permanent. Some are transformational. Both serve purpose. If they move toward you with courage, allow it. If they retreat, release them without resentment. Resentment will only poison your own peace. Hebrews 12:14 reminds you to pursue peace with everyone. Peace protects your heart more than answers ever will. Do not spy on shadows. Do not chase whispers. Let truth come to you naturally. If they value you, they will eventually speak directly to you. If they do not, silence will reveal that too. You do not need to force revelation. You are stronger than you were in the past. You no longer collapse at uncertainty. You no longer beg for clarity. You stand. That strength is visible even from where I speak. The person you love senses your independence. They sense your standards. They sense that you will not tolerate inconsistency forever. That awareness is pressuring them toward decision. Pressure can create diamonds or cracks. Either outcome reveals truth. Trust the revealing. Your story is not dependent on this one chapter. There are pages ahead that hold joy, companionship, and stability. Whether this individual writes those pages with you depends on their growth, not your striving. Stop striving. Remain faithful in your own development. Continue nurturing your relationship with the divine. Continue strengthening your character. Your life is expanding beyond what you can see, and this situation is simply refining your discernment. You are not behind. You are not losing. You are not overlooked. You are being aligned carefully. Take comfort in this final truth. If they truly desire you, clarity will embolden them. If they only desire the idea of you, fear will keep them distant. You cannot change which side they choose, but you can remain anchored regardless. So stand in your worth. Stand in your calm. Stand in your faith. The conversation that once troubled you will soon lose its power over your mind, because you now understand something deeper. You are not defined by what is spoken about you. You are defined by who you are before God, and you are seen. You are valued. You are guided. Move forward today without agitation. Walk in quiet assurance. Everything necessary for your future is being arranged. Even when conversations happen beyond your hearing, peace remains with you. There is another layer you must understand clearly. When someone confides in another person about you, they reveal vulnerability. Vulnerability is not casual. It exposes internal conflict. It exposes hope. It exposes fear of loss. They would not risk vulnerability if you were insignificant. They are not trying to replace you. They are trying to interpret what they feel. Often, when emotions deepen, the mind searches for stability. They needed to say your name aloud in a safe space. They needed to hear how it sounded outside their own thoughts. Your name carries weight in their mouth. Do not despise that process. Even the disciples asked one another about what they did not yet understand. Questions do not mean absence of faith. Questions often mean growth is beginning. James 1-5 says, "If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault." Seeking counsel can be a step toward wisdom. It depends on the heart behind it. Their heart is not hardened against you. It is cautious. It is evaluating whether it can rise to your level. You represent emotional depth. You represent accountability. You represent consistency. These qualities intimidate someone who is used to temporary connections. You disrupt their old habits. That disruption forces reflection. Reflection led to conversation. Conversation will lead to decision. Decision will reveal alignment or misalignment. There is no need for you to interfere in that sequence. Let the process unfold without your fear contaminating it. Ask yourself honestly, if they return tomorrow with clarity, would you receive them without resentment? If they admitted they were unsure but chose you anyway, would you trust them? Prepare your heart for either outcome. Your emotional maturity is being tested quietly. You are learning that love is not proven through constant reassurance. Love is proven through steady action over time. If they are serious, their actions will become clear. If they are not, inconsistency will surface naturally. You do not need to expose anything. Time exposes everything. Luke 8:17 says, "For nothing is hidden that will not be disclosed, and nothing concealed that will not be known or brought out into the open." Truth is patient. Truth does not panic. Be like truth, calm, grounded, unshaken. The enemy of your peace right now is imagination. Imagination fills silence with worst-case scenarios, but you must discipline imagination with faith. 2 Corinthians 10:5 instructs you to take every thought captive. Capture the thought that says you are being replaced. Capture the thought that says you are not enough. Replace it with evidence of your value. You know your character. You know your integrity. You know the effort you bring into relationships. That has not changed because of one conversation. They are realizing something important. Loving you requires presence. It requires intention. It requires emotional responsibility. That realization can feel heavy, but heaviness does not mean rejection. Sometimes heaviness means importance. You are important. There is also something you must hear carefully. If they are discussing you with someone who encourages growth, that is a good sign. If they are discussing you with someone who feeds confusion, that will also become visible through their behavior. You will recognize the influence by the fruit it produces. Do not assume the worst without evidence. You are not powerless here. You are observing. Observation is strength. Proverbs 3-5 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding." Your understanding is limited to what you see. Divine oversight sees what you cannot. Trust that you are protected from hidden harm. If someone speaks ill of you unjustly, it will not prosper. Isaiah 54:17 declares, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." Words spoken in confusion do not have authority over your destiny. Release the fear that you are being misrepresented. Your character defends itself over time. If they truly see you, a third party's opinion cannot erase that vision. And if they allow someone else's opinion to distort their view of you, that reveals their instability, not your deficiency. You deserve someone whose perception of you is anchored in personal experience, not external influence. This moment is revealing whether they possess that anchor. Allow it to reveal. Continue living fully. Continue laughing. Continue focusing on your calling. Your world must not shrink because of one emotional uncertainty. You are expanding. There are opportunities approaching you that have nothing to do with romance. Do not miss them because you are preoccupied. Keep building. And as you continue watching and receiving this message, take a moment to subscribe, like the video, and comment your affirmation so this space remains strong and reaches others seeking clarity. Now, return your focus to your internal posture. Are you operating from fear or from faith? Fear rushes. Faith waits with expectation. Faith does not beg. Faith trusts alignment. Psalm 37:23 says, "The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him." Your steps are being ordered. Even this uncertainty is ordered. You may not see the full design yet, but you are not wandering without guidance. The person you love is at a crossroads internally. One path leads toward emotional growth. The other leads back to comfort and avoidance. Their conversation was part of that crossroads. You cannot walk that road for them. You can only maintain your own alignment. If they choose growth, you will see courage. If they choose avoidance, you will see distance. Both are answers. Do not chase someone who is choosing distance. Do not doubt someone who is showing courage. Discern carefully. Your peace is more valuable than temporary reassurance. Even now, I see your strength increasing. You are less reactive than you used to be. You are more self-aware than before. This is progress. Do not regress by overanalyzing every detail. Stand in quiet confidence. You are not competing with anyone. You are not auditioning for love. You are evaluating alignment. Romans 8:28 reminds you, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him. All things includes conversations you do not hear. All things includes doubts that are being processed. Good is still being formed. Trust the formation. Soon clarity will surface. You will feel it before you see it. There will be a shift in energy. There will be a directness in communication. Until then, remain stable. You are not losing control. You are releasing control. There is strength in that release. Walk forward today with composure. Speak kindly. Think clearly. Rest deeply. You are supported beyond what you perceive. Nothing spoken about you can undo what is written over your life. Remain grounded. Remain faithful. Remain confident. What is aligned with you will not be confused forever. Peace continues to rest upon you. Amen.